Oh snap! Look who's back, and we we have so much going on. Me personally, it's been crazy times right now, especially with the job market. As far as myself personally, I've been through a few. All right, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I did turn down one I was offered, and but I didn't take it. It wasn't compensation wasn't enough. They wanted 5 days in office, and I was like, nah, not doing it. Not doing it. Wasn't entertaining at all. But today, as much as I've been doing myself, putting myself out there in the market, just to get a feel, I love getting on interviews. I actually have more lined up. It's just a confidence builder, right? It's a training. I had a couple people reach out to me, personal friends that reached out to me. We're not talking about YouTube, right? We're not talking about like, social media stuff. We're talking about personally reaching out. Hey, should I apply for this job? I was like, apply, man. Get the interview at minimum to see they even want you, right? There's no guarantee you're applying and then you're going to get the job. He was so confident that he was going to get this job. I'm like, nah, man, it doesn't work like that. You have to go through the process. Just sign up, interview, right? Or apply, and hopefully they'll call you back for the interview. And then if they make it work where they put you with someone, then great. You get to practice because you have been sitting at your current job for the last 5+ years. You probably lost touch with what's out there as far as interview processes. Now, some people may say, well, how would an interview process change? It does. It really does, right? Each organization is different. Some would put you through a 5 process interview. I've done it myself. 5 different interviews with 5 totally different groups of people. And it was very stressful. Great experience. Trust me. I thought I landed the job. Actually, they told me I landed a job after the 4th interview, only to tell me that no, I still need the 5th interview for it to be finalized. I'm like, what in the world, right? So, how does this relate to today's discussion about cybersecurity and how to break into cybersecurity? If even for a seasoned professional who has been doing cybersecurity, probably all walks of it, white hat, black hat, red hat, from the offensive side to the defensive side. If these individuals are having issues, can you imagine someone who thought that they can go to college for a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity and then taking a certification, maybe like Security Plus, and then thinking they can land a job in cybersecurity? Maybe a few percentage of that had gotten lucky and accomplished that. But going forward, now it's probably not as easy anymore. So let's dive a little deeper into what the hell am I talking about. This was a great Reddit post. And of course, let me just explain really quickly. I have not been putting out videos for maybe the last 40+ days now. And I just put a community post yesterday saying that, everything that I just explained previously, just doing my own thing, getting myself together, working out like crazy, summer vacations, hanging out with the family and things like that, kind of prevented me from putting more videos out. So here I am today. Our cybersecurity bachelor's program setting students up to fail. I already spoke about this. And of course, if you don't recall, yes, right? You can't just jump right into cybersecurity because that doesn't exist. And a lot of people are starting to realize that now. As we go deeper into this conversation, let me just put it out there that colleges and all these fancy degrees and all these programs to sell you crap that says, hey, why don't you study for the CISSP? You can get it within a year, and makes it sound like it's an entry-level certification. Some of these really prestigious YouTubers do this crap all the time, right? Sell you a program, sell you something, make you believe that if you follow them and do what they're doing and you pay for their program, that you will ultimately land this job because they said so. And of course, that's not the case. I've been seeing a lot of posts from people asking how to get into cybersecurity. One thing many of them have in common is that they have a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity and a few basic certifications. My question is, why are they asking Reddit? Good question. They have 4 years professor career services and an entire university system that was supposed to prepare them for this. So, exactly, right? You spent thousands of dollars into a 4 year program, then spent extra hundreds of dollars and hours studying and applying for a certification that you took, possibly passed, because it's supposed to be another marketing scheme from these certification companies that, they offer you bare minimum certification, you know, fancy certified in cybersecurity programs and things like that, and simple certifications to the middle tier certifications to the advanced certifications, right? And charging like 500 to thousands of dollars for a freaking certification. No standard whatsoever, right? It's like a free for all. If you go out and search cybersecurity certifications, there's like freaking like hundreds of them. Like why? Why are there so many? Because there's no rule, rhyme, regulation. There's no one fits all kind of criteria for cybersecurity, apparently, right? But if you went into, practicing medical, you can go towards something, and maybe they'll have a whole bunch of certifications. I don't know. CPAs only have one, right? Real estate only have one. Notary, right? Even people who do notary has one. Like even personal training probably has like one or two, maybe a handful, right? But not as much as cybersecurity. Definitely not as much as cybersecurity. Even in the IT side of it, and omitting the whole cybersecurity, you have your basics, right? Your routers, switches, and IP addressing and things like that, which probably would fall under Networking Plus or CCNA. But let alone, IT just has a lot of damn certifications. Like, where do we draw the line? But then IT in general has a lot of certifications. Going into cybersecurity has even tons more, right? How do we understand all this, right? So let's dive a little deeper. After looking into it, I noticed that many traditional universities don't even offer a bachelor's in cybersecurity anymore. Wow, instead they offer a master's program in cybersecurity. Yes. Okay. So I understand why that was happening. But even though bachelor's in cybersecurity was a thing at one point, if this is what he's saying, that's okay. We'll dive a little deeper. While their undergraduate IT related degrees are usually computer science, management information system, or information system, often through the business school, as someone with finance degree, completing an internship was required to graduate. The same was true for many of my friends in other majors. That makes me wonder whether some students are being misled by degree mills or universities that market cybersecurity degrees without adequately preparing students for the job market. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to stop right there. Of course, universities, now they're jumping on this whole AI bandwagon bullshit, right? Cybersecurity was still a thing. Some people are still falling for it. Some people are still signing up for it. There was plenty of cybersecurity degrees back, 6 years ago. It was literally, I remember, because I was trying to, when NYU first came out with their cybersecurity, some program, master's degree, blah, 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 I said, okay, oh, wow, that would be great. Let me sign up for it. I can get it, paid off by my current company I was working for at the time. And one thing led to another was like, oh, I have to draft an essay, right? A mission essay, whatever it was. Like it was through a formal process of getting into a master's program. Like, why should we choose you, or why should we let you come into our master's program? Then I recall, I said, nah, I can't. I don't have time for that shit. I don't want to do it. I gave up, right? It was before AI. I didn't have AI to help me do that. If I had AI to help me do it, I would have done it. So I stopped. And that was probably back in 2017, 2018. Then fast forward, I kind of revisit back the NYU cybersecurity program. And guess what? They removed the essay portion of it. Like, oh, and, right, drop the GPA. And, if like certain criteria just didn't have to be met anymore, which it was a thing previously. And you know why? It's because they were making it too difficult for people to get in. Like if it was too difficult, even I myself didn't want to bother with it. I had experience already. I just wanted the master's because that'll be great, right? I'll be the first person in my family to have a master's degree. Till this day, no one has, including me. I'm hoping my kids maybe one day get it if they choose to. But anyway, my point is, yeah, it was a freaking mill, right? They offered something that was a little more prestigious in the beginning. And the reason why they started dropping all those extra criterias or how you would get into the school because every other freaking university was offering the same crap. Like, why did I need to go here if they're offering an easier way to get into this program and learning cybersecurity, and I could come out and learn and get like a six-figure job? And that was the whole scam. All right. There's a reason why many universities historically treat cybersecurity as a graduate field rather than an entry level undergraduate major. Yet every day on the subreddit, we see people with a bachelor's in cybersecurity and security plus asking why they can't find a job. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like this trend really took off after 2020. I've always been interested in IT, and the common undergraduate path used to be computer science, MIS, or information system. The explosion of cybersecurity bachelor's degrees seems relatively recent. Do you think students should be warned about this, or am I looking at this the wrong way? I generally feel bad for people who spend 4 years earning their degree only to end up in this situation because we see posts like that here almost every single day. Yes, this post here in this subreddit, security career advice. Yes. I'm going to take the first one. Yes, cybersecurity. First comment. Cybersecurity is built on top of IT and computer science. The cybersecurity degree was a shameless cash grab to take advantage of people who thought it was a sure way to get rich quick. I'm going to stop right there. Regarding the universities, you know who else started doing this whole get rich quick scam schemes? It's the YouTubers. Not me, but the other YouTubers. And you know who they are. They're all out there. Instagram, TikTok, and all those other platforms, and maybe even Facebook if you're old enough to even want to use that. I stopped using it. Anyway, yeah, it's out there. So what's the solution? What's the for kids or guys or people who ended up going back to a bachelor's degree for cybersecurity? Maybe. Well, let me put it together. I'm gonna bundle the two, the bachelor's and the graduates, right? If you have a graduate degree in cybersecurity, I'm assuming you already have some experience in IT. But if not, that's fine. We're just gonna bundle it all together. How and what is going to happen with cybersecurity degrees, whether it's a bachelor's or a master's? You have no experience, you have a few certifications, or even one certification. Trust me, no one's going to hire your ass. At this point in time, they want experienced people. And where does the experience come from if they're not hiring you? You're going to have to work your way up. You're going to have to learn the IT side of it, get yourself into a help desk position, get yourself into a very minimal, low entry, non six figure job. And when I say low entry, non six figure, you're probably looking in the 60, 70,000 range. If you're lucky, you may. Now, I'm not saying that all companies are going to be like, well, you don't have experience in cybersecurity, we can hire you. There may be some companies that are willing to give that opportunity to certain individuals, very entry level, as a SOC analyst 1 and 2. That exists. It does. But the percentage is really, really low. And trust me, even at a SOC analyst level position of a 1 and/or 2, they expect you to have some experience understanding how these damn tools, how the environment works, how SOC operation works in general, meaning the operation of the whole company. Any company that you work for should have a SOC team, whether it's a vendor or consultant or in-house. They just want that, right? It's a no-brainer anymore because the less you know of all that stuff in cybersecurity, the more chances they will not hire your ass. So, and how do you get out of it? How do you remediate that? Well, like I said, you're gonna have to learn the basics of it. Ticketing systems, IT side, help desk, support, understanding. Is labs at home gonna help this situation? Probably not. Are you paying someone to fake an employment and saying that you've done work for someone? Uh, it may, but no guarantee. You're just spending more money for a very low chance of getting hired. you have a better chance of understanding basic IT. Like, whether this helps you or not is understanding networking, basic networking, troubleshooting, support, help desk, endpoints, servers, cloud, all that mixed in, and applying for non-cybersecurity roles. On top of, if you want to continue applying for cybersecurity roles because you have this degree and some certifications in it. But open and broaden your horizon in applying for jobs and not just focus on cybersecurity. Thank you guys. Welcome me back into your world of this whole YouTube thing. And trust me, there will be more discussions on this. Take care, and I'll see you guys again really soon.